Hey everyone, it's Peace here. I'm thrilled to have you back, and thanks for tuning in. So today we got an exciting adventure lined up as we dive into another episode of inZOI. In my last video, Veronica gave us a look into her daily life as a freelance artist. This week, we're going to explore her social life, so keep watching if you want to join us on this journey. It's wild how much can shift in 1 week, right? Life doesn't always move in a big, loud moment. Sometimes it's quiet. It's the stillness between the chaos that reveals the most. That's kind of why I love spending time with people who just get me. Today, I'm hanging out with my girls. We don't always need a plan. We just need space to be real. And let me tell you, those are the best kinds of friendships. We started talking about boundaries. You ever notice how hard it is to say no sometimes, even when it's for your own peace? I'm learning that protecting your peace doesn't always mean pushing people away. It means choosing what you allow in your space and who you allow to speak in your life. God doesn't create us to be doormats. He created us to be discerning. We also talked about how we've been really feeling lately. Not the I'm fine stuff, the real stuff. Some days I wake up and I feel like I'm drowning in my emotions, especially being a creative soul. It's like when you feel deeply, you live in color, but you also cry in color too. It's okay to feel heavy sometimes. It doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you're human. One of my friends said something beautiful. You don't have to feel good to be doing good. And I needed that reminder. Then we somehow landed on the topic of social media. And man, the pressure out there is unreal. Like everyone's life is a highlight reel. Perfect relationships, perfect skin, perfect success. But none of that defines your worth. Not the likes, not the follows, not the subscriptions. What matters is that you're building quietly when no one is watching. I remind myself today, I'm not chasing applause. I'm living with a purpose. At one point, I kind of opened up about how I've been praying about the next step in my life. You know, I've gotten older. My work and my heart and even my love has progressed. Sometimes it feels like God is being quiet, but honestly, maybe he's waiting for me to be still, just enough to listen. I told the girls I don't want a rush life. I want a refined one where every step is ordered, even the ones that feel off course, especially those ones. We talked about our goals. Nothing crazy, just little dreams, like waking up without hitting snooze, drinking enough water, getting our daily exercise in, posting that art piece that we've been too scared to share. Every little win adds up. We don't need fireworks every day, just enough light to keep walking forward. Before we wrapped up our hangout, we started joking about dating. I mean, it's been a while. I've had my heart focused on so many other things that I hadn't even paid attention to the dating scene. But maybe, just maybe, I'd be open to it. I don't want just any relationship. I want one that feels like peace, like purpose. He'd have to share my values, my faith, my quiet moments, my loud and chaotic moments. And most importantly, my heart. Anyways, I guess I'll see what happens. Maybe love isn't something you chase. Maybe it's something that finds you when you're busy blooming. Today was just one of those days that reminded me how important it is to have people in your corner. Real ones. The kind who laugh with you, pray for you, and tell you when your eyeliner is uneven. But just when I thought things were settling into a rhythm, an old friend called. One I haven't seen in years. Someone I used to know really, really well. And it turns out, he needs a place to stay. Now let me give you a little bit of a backstory about Veronica and Elias. Veronica Marshall met Elias Jordan when they were just 10 years old. Their family had recently moved to Sunshine Avenue, settling into the same tight-knit neighborhood. Veronica was a quiet girl who spent her afternoons sketching under an old oak tree in her front yard. Elias was the boy who always offered to help neighbors carry groceries or fix their bikes, even when no one asked. One summer afternoon, Elias noticed Veronica drawing alone and brought her a glass of lemonade his mom had made him. She barely looked up, but he sat beside her anyway, and that was the beginning. They spent the next few years side by side, building forts in the backyard, doing church youth group projects together, sharing quiet talks about life, faith, dreams, and fears, comforting each other during hard times, like when Veronica lost her grandmother or Elias's family went through a financial struggle. Elias was always a rock, loyal, humble, and full of conviction. He believed in doing good no matter the cost. And Veronica, she always admired that about him, even if she couldn't say it out loud. As they got older, life took them down different paths. Elias took a job in a corporate office after college, hoping to make a difference from the inside. Veronica pursued her dreams of becoming a freelance artist, diving deep into creativity and solitude. Though they grew apart physically, they never lost touch, occasionally checking in on birthday texts, Christmas, New Year's, that kind of thing, and even prayer requests. That kind of connection doesn't just fade. Now, years later, Elias finds himself at a crossroads. Fired for refusing to compromise his values at work. With nowhere to turn, he turns to one person who always made space for him. And Veronica, she doesn't even hesitate. "Come on, stay with me until you figure things out," she says. "I have a space for you. And you've always had a place in my life." What neither of them realize yet is how God might be weaving together something deeper into this reunion. It's been a few weeks now since Elias started staying with me. He says it's temporary, just till something stable comes along. But temporary started to feel like a lot more routine. He's been trying, really, sending out resumes, following up with recruiters, even reaching out to old contacts. But the market is tough. And while he waits on the settlement check from his last job, he's been crashing on my couch. At first, it felt like normal, like back in the day. But the longer he's here, the harder it is to pretend I don't feel something more. We should probably talk about money. Groceries, bills. I'm okay for now, but Elias says, I've been thinking the same thing. I hate not contributing, V. As long as the settlement clears, if it ever clears, I promise I'll take care of you. It's not always just about the money, Elias. You also will need a place to go. There, the words hung between us like rain about to fall. His eyes searching mine, and I swear he already knew. V, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course. Elias says, do you ever wonder what we are or what we could be? I've wondered ever since the day he brought me lemonade under the big oak tree. When I was 10 and too shy to say anything other than thanks, Elias has always been a safe place, my home. But is that all he is? I've loved you for a really long time, Elias. And he says, I know. And I've tried to ignore it, bury it under our friendship and time and distance. But I love you too, V. So what do we do now? He says. We stop pretending. We stop waiting for our life to be perfect before we start living. Let's figure this thing out together. And just like that, we weren't just best friends anymore. We were something else. Something deeper. Something real. We don't know where this road will lead, but we know one thing. We'll be walking together side by side. Next episode, life as a new couple is in full swing and full of surprises. Will we finally move into a bigger place? Will that settlement come through? Or will Elias find a job first? And what will our friends say when they find out? Stick around because love just got real.